Howdy YouTube, what's going on guys? It is Thomas from the Brick and Lockbird channel, and today we have for you the Crimson King structure decks that Konami just came out with. A lot of the Red Dragon Archfiend monsters that Jack Atlas used in the anime. They decided to make structure decks revolving around the Red Dragon Archfiends and Resonators. So without further ado, we are going to crack open one of these things. Get this started. Now, a structure deck normally comes with 40 cards. That should be a playable deck and a play mat. So this is the play mat. We're gonna open it up for you here. Show you guys paper play mat that they give you. Comes with every structure deck. There you have it right there. I believe that is Scarred Red Dragon Archfiend on the playmat. Looks very nice actually, a lot of bright red colors. Fits the theme very well. And you'll notice now that in the structure decks, they don't come in that like stupid plastic clear container. You can just pull them right out of the box. So it's actually a good touch by Konami, as that was kind of overdoing it. Open them the same way you do all the other structure decks, and here we go. This is the deck list that it comes with here. Soul Resignator, very good card. Normal summon, you can add a level 4 or lower fiend monster. Very important for starting and extending some of your combos. We've got Vision Resignator. This is a sender in the deck, and if you send it to graveyard, it is a search for a spell or trap that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend. Here we go in ultra rare. We've got the classic printing of Red Dragon Archfiend right there. Very nice looking ultra rare. One of the most important extra deck cards in the deck for popping off and starting your combos is Red Rising Dragon. This is a 6-star synchro you're going to make with your Resonator and a Fiend monster. And this is the kind of promo card here. Everyone's King. You can see it's got Jack Atlas there. It's pretty cool. Clearly not playable in the Yugioh format, but very nice to just collect and have for yourself. It also comes with Red Supernova Dragon. Very cool card and super rare here. The structure deck actually gives you enough to play 15 extra deck cards if you buy 3 structure decks. I think it comes with 6 by itself. Red Supernova Dragon being one of them. And we got this piece of shit. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity. Who wants to get this done to you on your own turn? Nobody. I'm shocked that they put this in a structure deck. A structure deck is supposed to, like, for starters, Yu-Gi-Oh! Encouraging them to have fun. And this is not fun. This is horseshit. But it's in the deck nonetheless in a super rare printing. Very nice artwork. Just too bad the card is a complete and utter horseshit. Scarred Red Dragon Archfiend here, another extra deck monster. It's a synchro based deck. This one is in super. Very nice card. Bone Archfiend actually gets a printing in this deck. This is one of your things that you're going to use to synchro summon into Red Rising Dragon. It also can be used as an extender in some of the combos that you have. Dark Resonator. God, this card's fucking old. I remember this shit in like 2008. This isn't really normally used in any deck builds, I wouldn't say. Creation Resonator. This is a tuner that you can special summon from your hand if you control a level 8 or higher synchro monster. This is normally a one of in the deck that you put 3 structure decks together and make. Synchron Resonator. This card is kind of crazy. You can special summon a card from your hand if a synchro monster is on the field. And you can only special summon once per turn that way. If it is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target a Resonator monster in your graveyard, except Synchron Resonator, and add it to your hand. So sometimes you're going to synchro this off to make a Red Nova Dragon and then grab a Vision Resonator, I believe, in one of the lines. Red Resonator, this card seen play in some sprite builds because you can use you can bring it out in the sprite engine and actually gain life points and go into time and win that way. I've had that done to me before. It felt fucking great. But when it's normal summon, you can special summon a level 4 or lower monster from your hand. This is kind of like a last ditch resort, and it's a one-of in the deck for game reasons, and if your hand really sucks and this is all you have. And this is one of the best Resonators in the deck, actually. Crimson Resonator. You can special summon this card from your hand if you control no monsters. And if the only other monster you control is exactly one Dark Dragon Synchro monster, you can special summon up to 2 Resonator monsters from your hand or deck except Crimson Resonator. So this card's kind of insane. You bring this out, and you use it to Synchro summon into Red Rising Dragon, I believe it's called. Yes, Red Rising Dragon. You bring back the Crimson Resonator from the graveyard, and then you use its effect to special summon some other Resonators from deck and pop off that way. Vice Dragon, not really used. Battle Fader, if you're really down bad, maybe a side deck card. They didn't really give you a whole lot for a side deck in this structure deck. Instead, they focus more on the extra deck. So Battle Fader, if you're really down bad. Red Sprinter. Red Warg. Wandering King Wildwind. This is actually used in a lot of builds. It's a free special summon if you control Fiend Tuner with 1500 or less attack, so you can use it as a substitute for Bone Archfiend to kind of start and continue your synchro plays. Phantom King Hydride. Magical King Moonstar. Absolute King Backjack. Red Dragon Archfiend Assault Mode. This is kind of fun if you can pull it off, but not really nobody runs the Assault Mode build. It's too slow to bring out, but it's fun when you do it. Assault Beast, Sire Reflector, Fire Ant Ascator. So this is actually used in conjunction with, yes, Ascator Dawnwalker. So if you normally run 3 of the Dawnwalker, 1 of the Ascator, and some Synchro builds, you can discard cards, special summon a Dawnwalker, bring out the Ascator, and that's a free level 8 Synchro in your deck. So that could see some play. We also get some Danger reprints in here, and we don't get bad ones either. We get Danger Nessie, which is one of the better Dangers. It lets you search a Danger from deck to hand if it gets pitched. And we also get Danger Chupacabra, which is a Fiend monster, so kind of going with the deck. I could see some people maybe running this, but not really when you have better options like Bone Archfiend and Wild King. Witch of the Black Forest, really old card, but actually does see play in this deck. It's a 2-card combo with Crimson Resonator, and when it's sent to the graveyard, you can search, I believe it's Soul Resonator, and there's a cool interaction you have with that we can show you here at the end of the video. Absolute Power Force, quick play spell card. This is like targeting a Red Dragon Archfiend monster you control, and then you can apply certain effects to it. This is a one-of in most deck builds. This card is insane. Crimson Guy. This is a continuous spell card, and it's a search. It's a free search for pretty much a Red Dragon Archfiend or a card that mentions it from deck or graveyard to your hand, except for Crimson Guy. So a lot of people, they grab the trap card with this. They'll grab Fiendish Golem, and Fiendish Golem can be used to bring out Fiendish Chain. Resonator Engine. Target 2 Resonator monsters in your graveyard. Add 1 level 4 monster from your deck to your hand. If you do, return those targets to the deck. Not actually played, a little too slow. This one, however, is played. It's a free search, a free rota for the deck for Resonators. Resonator Call. Add 1 Resonator monster from your deck to your hand. And guess what? There is not once per turn anywhere on this fucking card. Definitely a 3-of in the deck. Resonator Command, 1-of, I believe, in most builds. You can discard a Resonator monster and add 1 level 4 or Fiend monster from your deck to your hand. So a lot of the builds will go heavy on Resonators, and sometimes if you have nothing but Resonators, which are tuners in your hand, you can brick. And this is a way to get you out of your brick. You can discard 1 of the Resonators and go grab like a Bone Archfiend or something. We have Burning Soul. The deck comes with Extravagance. Some builds run Extravagance. I don't know if I do. For starter decks, like when you just buy 3 of them, you probably do run so much extra crap that you're never going to summon that you could probably run Extravagance with no issues whatsoever. Fiendish Golem is a trap card. So this is a form of interruption. You can target a monster on the field with 2,000 or lower attack. More attack, sorry. Banish it until the end phase of the next turn. Then if you activated this effect, then if you activated this card while you controlled Red Dragon Archfiend or a Synchro monster that mentions it, you can set 1 Fiendish Chain directly from your deck to the graveyard. So you activate this. This is already a form of interruption because you're pretty much always going to have a Red Dragon Archfiend or a synchro monster that mentions it on the field. And then with that, you can immediately get to go and set Fiendish Chain, which is another form of interruption. This is another good card, Red Zone. When your opponent activates a card or effect while you control Red Dragon Archfiend or a synchro monster that mentions it, you can target one card on the field, destroy it. And then you can also target one of your banished Dark Dragon Synchro monsters and special summon it. So this is actually a really good continuous trap card for the deck that gets searched through Crimson Gaia, I believe. King Synchro, Red Rain, Time to Stand Up. Here's the Fiendish Chain that we could also use with the Fiendish Golem. Powerful Rebirth, Assault Mode Activate, Terrors of the Overroot, and we have some other synchro monsters. It looks like here we have Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, a good level 8 generic synchro monster. We have a really good level 9 synchro monster. It's an Omni-Negate on the field with Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. We have Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Bane that you can synchro summon into with Abyss and Vision Resonator, and then you can bring back your Abyss with Archfiend Bane's effect. This is a very good card. And Red Nova Dragon, which is an iconic synchro monster. Some builds play it at 1, some don't. It's up to you, really. But yeah, that is the entire Crimson King structure deck. It's actually pretty cool. We've seen a few of the last structure decks, like the Albaz one, the Crystal Beast one, the Dark World one, the Trap Tricks one. So we've had like control decks in there. Dark World's definitely like a gamble combo-ish deck. Crystal Beast can be played control or combo. This is definitely a combo deck that sets up a big board turn 1 and going second can OTK your opponent very easily, as all of these synchro monsters have very high attack points. And so with that being said, we are going to put 3 of these things together, give you guys a deck profile, show you some combos and test hands, and that'll be the end of the video. Let's get into it. And we're back. All right, guys, got the deck sleeved up here and everything. 3 of these bad boys put together, ready for a deck profile. Start off, we got the promo card, Everyone's King. Gotta use this here. You could use it as a field set or something. Very nostalgic, very cool card, printed in Ultra. Very nice. Konami did a great job with this one. And to start us off here for the monsters, we have 3 Soul Resonator. This is a very important card of the deck. This is a good starter card. This is extend your plays when you summon it off of Crimson Resonator, or grab you a fiend that you need to keep extending. Must of 3 of in the deck. 3 copies of Crimson Resonator. This is a starter card, and then this can be used to synchro into Red Rising Dragon, and then when it's brought back, you're going to special summon 2 Resonators from the deck, normally Soul and Vision, or Soul and Synchron, to get your plays going further. 2 Vision Resonator. This is like a send, search, spell or trap that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend. Some people grab Crimson Gaia Office, some people grab the trap card. Run 2 Synchron Resonators. This is an extender. You can special summon him from your hand. He's a level 1 tuner. You can bring him back, or bring him out of the deck off of Crimson Resonator. And we got the 1-ofs for the Resonators down here. We've got Creation Resonator, extension from your hand. Red Resonator can be used to go for game, and it has a normal summon, special summon from the hand. As for the Fiend extenders, we are running 3 Bone Archfiend. It's a fiend that you can discard another card and special summon it. You can also special summon it from the graveyard that way. You can also send one from deck to graveyard, I believe, to increase or decrease a card on the field's level by 1. That gets used in the combo sometimes. We've got Wandering King Wildwind, another fiend that you can special summon if you control a fiend tuner with 1500 or less attack, which is most, if not all, of the Resonators. So another extender for your synchro plays. Interestingly enough, we play 2 Witch of the Black Forest. This is a 2-card combo with Crimson Resonator. Actually, I believe you need a discard, so it's a 3-card combo. But you are going to be able to grab Creation Resonator off of Witch of the Black Forest when it's used for the synchro summon of Red Rising Dragon. And because this card does not activate, I believe, in the hand, it is not under the effects of Witch of the Black Forest, so you get around the second part of Witch of the Black Forest there with that. We also have 3 Ascator Dawnwalker, and the 1 copy of Fire Ant Ascator for generic 8-level synchro plays in case we really hard break or we're in the grind game and we haven't seen the brick that is Fire Ant Ascator. Alright, clean this up, get this out of the way. We'll go into the spells here. Spells, 3 Rota for Resonators, which is Resonator Call. You get to add a Resonator from your deck to hand. Guess what? Not once per turn, like I said. Resonator Command here, quick play spell card, lets you discard a Resonator, add a level 4 Roller Fiend monster, so it gets you out of your bricky hands that have too many Resonators in their hands. 3 Crimson Gaia, it's a search, a continuous spell card, and I believe when your Red Dragon Archfiend declares an attack, you can change all monsters your opponent controls face down defense position. So when you attack, you can book a moon your opponent's monsters. We have the 1 absolute power force here. You're going to target a Red Dragon Archfiend you control and apply some effects to it. That'll help it out during battle or whatnot. That is it for the spells. For the traps, we run 3 Red Rain. This is a trap card where if you control a level 8 or higher synchro monster, you can banish all monsters on the field except monsters with the highest level. Also, the remaining face-up monsters on the field are unaffected by other cards' effects except their own until the end of this turn. And if a Dark Dragon Synchro monster is synchro summoned to your field while this card is in your graveyard, you can add it to your hand. So, very good way of getting rid of the board, very good way of bringing itself back and being used in future plays. We have 1 copy of Red Zone, continuous trap card. When your opponent activates a card or effect while you control Red Dragon Archfiend or a synchro monster that mentions it, you can target 1 card on the field and destroy it. Or you target one of your banished Dark Dragon synchro monsters, special summon it. You can only use each one of those effects once per turn. This is the 1 of in the deck. We can search this off of Crimson Gaia and set it to our field as a form of interruption. We run the 1 copy of Fiendish Golem. So Fiendish Golem itself is the interruption. You can target 1 monster on the field with 2,000 or more attack and banish it until the end phase of the next turn. And then if you activated this card while you control a Red Dragon Archfiend or a synchro monster that mentions it, which you almost always will, we run the 1 copy of Fiendish Chain that Fiendish Golem can bring out. That is the 40 card main deck. Let's get into the, for once, 15 card extra deck that we get with these structure decks. 3 Red Rising Dragons. Start off your synchro plays with this. Go into a bunch of other synchro monsters. Normally you can actually use this with 3 other resonators to go into Red Supernova Dragon and start getting your plays going with this card right here going into that. We're going to run 2 of the classic Red Dragon Archfiend because Scarred Red Dragon Archfiend brings him out, I believe. So we are going to run 2 of those as well. Very nice card. Helps out the deck a lot. You can bring out the Red Dragon Archfiend. But when Red Dragon Archfiend hits the field, all monsters that didn't attack will get blown up. And you're like, well, why would we bring that out on our first turn at the end of our first turn? Well, that's because Soul Resonator actually has an effect where you can banish it to prevent the destructions of your Archfiend monsters. So that's why we're doing that. Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, already a good generic level 8 that a lot of synchro decks can play. And we're going to run it at 1 in this. 2 Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. We have 2 of them. We have a limited extra deck to work with, so we're going to run 2 of them. This is a Omni-Negate on the field, target card on the field, and Omni-Negate it pretty much. Running 2 Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Bane, so we can make Bane and then with the Abyss and then bring back the Abyss, or maybe some other Archfiend monsters that we need to. 1 Red Nova Dragon because it's a level 12 and it's cool, I guess, and then 2 Red Supernova Dragons because we don't run Calamity here. We like to play the game and have fun, not play the game and fuck other people out of playing the game. Also, I don't think in this 3 structure deck build you can make Calamity on your opponent's turn. Why the fuck would you make it on your turn? So that's why we're not going to run Calamity. We're going to run 2 Red Supernova Dragons instead. And now we're going to get into some combos that you guys can do with the deck. Alright guys, we're back as promised here, a 2-card combo here to start you off. For this combo, all you need is a copy of Crimson Resonator and a copy of Bone Archfiend. Crimson Resonator, you can search with a Resonator Call, and how this works is you're going to special summon the Crimson Resonator from your hand, and then you're going to normal summon the Bone Archfiend from your hand. synchro summon with these into a copy of Red Rising Dragon. Use Red Rising Dragon's effect to bring out Crimson Resonator, and then attempt to use Crimson Resonator's effect. Hopefully you don't get Ash Veil or Impermed to bring out a Soul Resonator and a Vision Resonator. And then off the summon of Soul Resonator, you are going to add a Synchron Resonator from your deck to your hand. You're going to go ahead and just use him immediately, special summon himself. And then you're going to Synchro Summon these 4 cards into a copy of Red Supernova Dragon. And once you do that, you're going to get some chain links here. You're going to have Vision Resonator, Chain Link 1, Synchron Resonator, Chain Link 2. Synchron Resonator is going to add the Vision Resonator back to your hand. Vision Resonator, Chain Link 2 is going to add a Red Dragon Archfiend spell or trap from your deck to your hand. You're going to go ahead and grab your Crimson Gaia. Activate Crimson Gaia and activate its effect to add the red zone from your deck to your hand. You might as well just set that right there. Then you're going to use Bone Archfiend's effect to special summon itself from the hand or graveyard by destroying this Crimson Gaia you control. Special summon him right there. You are then going to go into a level 6 again, which is going to be your copy of Red Rising Dragon number 2. Red Rising Dragon number 2 effect is going to activate to bring back a Synchron Resonator. And then you are going to use Vision Resonator, special summon himself from the hand using his effect because you control a level 5 or higher Dark Dragon Synchro monster. And then you are going to use these 2 right here to make Scarred Red Dragon Archfiend. And then you are going to use Scarred Dragon Archfiend and Synchron Resonator to make a copy of Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. And you're going to have another chain link here. You're going to go Scarred Red Dragon Archfiend, Chain Link 1, Synchron Resonator, Chain Link 2. Go ahead and add the Vision Resonator back from your graveyard to your hand. And then Scarred Red Dragon Archfiend, when it is used as a synchro material, is going to special summon your copy of Red Dragon Archfiend. And if this is done turn 1, Red Dragon Archfiend will not have monsters attack and it will need to destroy monsters at the end phase. However, what you're going to do is you are going to banish your copy of Soul Resonator to prevent the destruction of your monsters at the end phase. And that is a 2-card combo that leaves you with, I believe, 3 interrupts. Let's go on to the next one. Alrighty folks, as promised, there is a 1-card combo you can do with this deck. All you need is Crimson Gaia. What you're going to do is activate your Crimson Gaia and then activate your Crimson Gaia's effect to grab yourself a copy of Soul Resonator from your deck to your hand. You're going to go ahead and normal summon your Soul Resonator and use his effect to grab a Bone Archfiend from your deck to your hand. You're then going to use Bone Archfiend's effect, popping your Crimson Gaia to special summon the Bone Archfiend. And then you're going to use Bone Archfiend's second effect to send a Resonator from deck to graveyard to make him a level 3. So they're both level 3s now. Make sure you send Crimson Resonator off the effect of Bone Archfiend, otherwise this combo will not work. Then you are going to Synchro Summon these 2 into a level 6 Synchro, which is your Red Rising Dragon. You're going to activate your Red Rising Dragon's effect to bring out your Crimson Resonator. And your Crimson Resonator, you're going to try and activate his effect and resolve it without getting Ash Veilward or Imperm to bring out a Vision Resonator and a Synchron Resonator. You are then going to use these 2 guys here to make a level 8 Synchro, Scarred Red Dragon Archfiend. And you're going to get a search off of your Vision Resonator for your Red Zone Trap card. Then you are going to use these 2 guys to make a level 9 Synchro, which is your Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. And then you are going to be able to have a chain link here. You're going to go Chain Link 1, Synchron Resonator, Chain Link 2, Scarred Red Dragon Archfiend. Scarred Red Dragon Archfiend leaving the field is going to bring out a Red Dragon Archfiend, and then Synchron Resonator is going to be able to add a Resonator from graveyard to your hand. You're going to go ahead and add your Vision Resonator. And because you control a level 5 or higher dark monster on the field, you can special summon your Vision Resonator and use these 2 right here to synchro into a Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Bane, and use Bane's effect to tribute your Crimson Resonator to be able to bring back your Scarred Dragon Archfiend. And so this is going to give you a 2 interrupt board, which isn't the best, but it was off of a 1-card combo, so not too bad for a 1-card combo.